Hello, my friends. It's Emily Wardrop from Drop the Word Life Coaching. And today we are going to talk about type 1 diabetes. Does that sound exciting? It's incredibly exciting, I promise. So if this doesn't apply to you, feel free to skip this episode. But here's the deal. I have 5 kids. My oldest is 8. My youngest is 10 months old. And 2 of them in the middle there have type 1 diabetes. They've been diagnosed with this fantastic thing that rules our life now. So I've been a life coach for a while, and I had been actually a life coach for a while when my first daughter was diagnosed. And when we were in the hospital with her, finding out that she had diabetes, I had a lot of feelings. Oh, hold on, something's happening. Okay, this is real and raw and uncut. So sorry, I'm back. Okay. So lots of feelings, lots of thoughts, lots and lots and lots of coaching myself. So I was feeling completely overwhelmed because this is a big deal, right? That was my thought. So I felt overwhelmed. And but I also felt super overwhelmed with gratitude for the life coaching tools that I've been learning that really helped me deal with this smack in the face, I like to call it. So anyway, I've continued being a life coach to moms of young kids that want to drop the power struggle war. And I'm still all about doing that. And I'm all about helping all the moms believe that they are a good mom. So whether you have kids with diabetes or not, I'd still love to be your life coach. I also am focusing on moms of kids with type 1 diabetes because, well, it turns out there's been a huge uprise in this diagnosis as of late. So when my daughter was diagnosed, I had no idea. Like when I hear diabetes, I think like, diet and exercise and don't eat so much sugar, right? That's what I thought of diabetes. And turns out that's type 2 diabetes, right? That you can control with diet and exercise and eating less sugar. But type 1 diabetes, I knew absolutely nothing about. I had heard of juvenile diabetes and I'd known a couple people in my life that had that, but I didn't really know the difference between the two types, which I learned, in days and days upon days at the hospital, learning all about how to manage this new diagnosis. So basically, the difference is type 1, something attacks the pancreas and it stops producing insulin. So something could be anything like a common cold, any virus. And now I'm questioning myself that I'm getting this technically right. So I'm just going to tell you how I understand it in layman's terms. Okay. And, if you're a doctor or a nurse, you for sure understand this better than I do. And as your life coach, I'm not your doctor. I'm not your nurse. That doesn't matter. Okay. I'm coaching you on your own mental drama that goes along with it, not how to manage your kids' diabetes, how to manage yourself while managing your kids' diabetes. That's what I do as your life coach. So anyway, I don't have to have the details straight. The point is that there's a lot of brain drama that goes along with any diagnosis, really, but one that is a lifelong one. Like it's not like, oh, my kid has a cold and they need rest and fluids and whatever, and the virus just is going to work its way through their body and then they'll be fine in 2 weeks. It's like, no, their pancreas is done forever, and you are forever supposed to be a human pancreas to make sure that their blood is managed. And it takes a lot of mind management to manage someone else's pancreas. Okay. So all that to say, I've been doing this for, I can't even keep track now because there was a COVID time warp and I don't know how long it's been. But there was that first daughter that was diagnosed. And then within the year, another one was too. So basically, any virus can attack the pancreas. And because COVID is kind of a gnarly virus that's been going around, there's been a huge rise in type 1 diabetes. And I don't know how proven that is, but I've just heard theories that maybe COVID is responsible for why there are so many poor little kiddos, and not even little anymore. Like they used to call it juvenile diabetes. And now it's all ages that are getting diagnosed with type 1. Anyway, it's good times. And I really want to support the other moms who are going through these good times because they're not actually that great. It's really, 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 really hard. And I like literally have no idea how I would do it if I didn't know these life coaching tools. And so I really want to be a life coach for the moms of kids with type 1 diabetes. So if you know anyone, please send them my way. I would love to help them out. Send them to dropthewordlifecoach.com. I'm building up content on there, diabetes specific, and really all the life coaching tools will help, whether it's diabetes specific or not. So I was planning on starting a podcast all about this. And then this podcast happened instead. So believe you are a good mom, even while your kids have type 1 diabetes and you're looking at a monitor all day long that tells you where their blood is at, and you're making it mean that you're a failure because it's very hard to keep it in range. And then it's very hard to manage your own mind that doesn't mean you're a failure. And to remember that you are still a good mom. Okay. So it definitely applies. And I will continue to teach you how to believe that you are a good mom on this podcast. And I will at some point start the diabetes podcast too. So now you know, these are all my secrets laid out there. All that to say, if you know anyone whose children have diabetes, send them my way, because I would love to help them manage themselves as they manage their child's diabetes, because it is the real deal, yo. Okay, more later. Thanks for listening. See ya. Bye. P.S. Someday I'll have music and a fun intro and outro, but that day's not today. So see you next time. Bye.